Welcome to Marmin CEO Conversation Series. I'm your host, Veronica Lin, and today we are speaking with someone at the forefront of digital transformation in Malaysia, Mr. Sangmesh Hiremath, who is the CEO and co-founder of Marmin Technologies. We'll dive into real stories Sangmesh has heard from business leaders who are already on the e-invoicing journey and what fellow CEOs must watch out for when selecting a vendor. Today's topic is about eliminating the risk and operational burden by implementing technology for an always-on e-invoicing compliance. Okay, today we're going to talk about the changes in Malaysia's tax system, which is a very hot topic. We are seeing media reports about the country's expanded sales and service tax framework. For example,
Yes,
if you're a service provider who exceeds the 1.5 million ringgit threshold in private healthcare services, your service tax will be imposed at a rate of 6%. When you are providing
exactly.
private healthcare, traditional and complementary medicine, plus allied healthcare services provided to non-citizens. Can you share what you're hearing about these changes in the healthcare sector during your conversations with CEOs and CFOs?
Absolutely, Veronica. There are various suppliers available in market in Malaysia. While the implementation and enforcement started last year, it is also understood that the implementation occurred on the existing rules which were prevalent at that time. Right? These suppliers, we are aware, are requesting businesses to, spend more, assuming these are change requests from the government, and they get into, software modification, software development zone to incorporate these changes. This impacts the business process. This impacts the deadline which has to be achieved and mandated by the government. It impacts the company's operation where they are left themselves chasing about these regulatory requirements. So software providers, companies having this challenge of adoption, figuring out when to implement, how to meet the deadline. These significantly impact the business. This businesses get into risk of non-compliance because the timelines, tight compliance timelines, generating proper electronic invoices for customers under the regulation, under the applicable latest regulation, where they want to do it, but the software is not ready. Okay, right? This is the challenge they face. Another one is also while e-invoice is implemented, it is a process change in the company itself. From the top CFO level to the last person who is generating an e-invoice, they are part of this change. When such change of new regulation come as an ad hoc requirement, it impacts the last person in the chain, even the user as well as the customer. They have the burden of relearning these things. They have the burden of adopting to the new change, especially for those team members who understand what was implemented in past, but they had to update themselves on what has to be done from tomorrow onwards. These are challenges which adds to the frustration of staff members.
So I hear two significant impacts in one is the risk of non-compliance, and the other one is the burden on staff and operations. Do you
Yes,
think there will be a cost impact as well?
exactly. As I mentioned, uh, software providers introduce this change in software, which are driven by the government, but are reported to customers as a cost, as a change request. But we do otherwise. If you are interested more on that, we will tell you how we do it. But yes, some way these implementation may lead to cost by other suppliers, but not from us.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds very painful for the business. So you said that Marmin has an approach to the compliance, to the cost, and so on. So can you tell me how Marmin approached the issue of non-compliance, always on non-compliance, and also how Marmin helped customers stay compliant without that constant friction and risk.
Exactly. We follow this philosophy that we are not your supplier for the customers, we are their partners. Okay. We help our customers to whom we are partners to reduce the risk of non-compliance and eliminate any burden of software training or reworking in the process to their staff and operation related activities. Okay. We have bots built on our side which continuously track LHDN updates, even in SDK or regulatory requirement, which update our team continuously. And the moment it is notified within a week, depending on the how big the change is, we get it implemented in our software, which does not impact customers' operation in day-to-day business at all. Why? Because all these updates happen in the background. A customer is notified about these changes, about the process changes, whereas on a particular date of deadline, when they use the software, it is already updated with the regulation. We do not issue any change request to update these requirements. The reason for that is when we offer an e-invoicing solution, we are offering a compliance package under it. We can't say for every step of compliance, we want to charge our customers. No, we don't do that. They pay for the software once, but they have the compliance completely built in till the time they are with us.
Okay, so if I am a CEO or decision maker in a company and I want to switch to a more proactive e-invoicing platform like Marmin, what should I do?
You just contact us. We have a free consultation session in which you can reach out to us. We guide you on your existing process. We lead you to understand whether the change is needed or not. Even if you assume you might not require software change, we will help you guide through it and be a partner in your decision-making process. We guide you in understanding whether the change is big enough, where you want to change this, or you can continue with the existing software. We lead the conversation in that sense where we give logical and cost-effective advice to our customer. And switching to Marmin is a very small effort from the business side. While they adopt us, it is quick 2 to 5 days implementation, depending on what sort of implementation they want to achieve. But yes, there are customers who have achieved go live under 2 days, and there are customers who have achieved a fully compliant automated go live in 3 to 4 weeks.
And you also have business partners who specialize in that particular sector.
Exactly. Exactly. We have business partners who are actually expanding our reach, who are experts in healthcare business, who are expert in different domain of business, where depending on the domain, we can bring in expert advice in terms of process also, change in e-invoicing scenarios also, and adopting regulatory requirement, which are updated as and when they come.
Okay, that's very good. Thank you, Sangmesh. Is there anything else you want to add?
If you would like to have examples from our implementations, our experience from other countries, other regions, for example, we spoke about regulatory change. We also operate in other countries wherein the changes are more frequent. For example, in Saudi Arabia, the SDK version has crossed various versions. I believe more than 4 main versions and many sub versions under them. So this will happen to Malaysia also, because as the business expands, as the scenario expands, as the business improves, there might be new scenarios which has to be captured by LHDN and then implemented into the software and the business process of the country.
Okay, thank you so much, Sangmesh.
Thank you, Veronica.
Sangmesh, thank you for the clarity and for sharing what really matters in e-invoicing success for the long term. For fellow CEOs, if you are still evaluating e-invoicing for your business, or if you have already implemented e-invoicing and are feeling the strain, then visit marmin.ai or book a free consultation with Marmin's team at marmin.ai/Malaysia. Until next time, stay compliant without the chaos.